what you saw in county with the Aryan brothers, did that flow over to prison system as far as the whites?
I was in the ride. Yes, it did. I was in the ride. My partner Dodo, me, K-Love, Texas Slim, Lucky, Fort Worth Junebug, quite a few guys, man. We were all on an educational block. And before they changed the rules, it could be somebody, a very small person could be housed with a very big person.
Yeah.
And which is dangerous. Because, of course, if the big person snaps, the little person is at the mercy of being destroyed, And this happened to one of my partners. He got put into a cell with an Aryan Brotherhood who looked like a little Credible Hulk doll, And he beat the young brother inside the head with a sock and a canned good.
Oh.
He was already huge. And then on top of that, he used a weapon. Beat the brother so bad he had to be care flighted. That's when your injuries are so bad that a helicopter had to come and rush you to the hospital, in a rush. So they done that. The Aryan Brotherhood dude done that. And that got all the white boys beat up on the entire unit.
What is the protocol in a riot? Like, the one you was in, like something like that. What is the protocol for you individual, for you, everybody in your car, for everybody? Like, what is the protocol?
Well, we just decide who gonna set it off. We all, we'll go to the rec yard and have a meeting, talk to everybody talk, we decide who's gonna be the person to take the licks, and we already done sized off who's the biggest, who's, more of the threat. Who need to be focused on and who really ain't a problem and go down easy.
Can someone opt out like, hey, I don't feel like doing this today?
No, you can't opt out.
Damn.
You opt out, you pretty much, you done called what they call jackmack. That's a hazing term for being weak, being too weak or unfit. And that'll get you in a bigger deal of trouble than not fighting. Now, of course, it's the risk of being stabbed. It's the risk of being, overpowered and beat up in a riot as well. But if you say no, and it's the Crips, that's considered a disciplinary action. They'll line you up for that.
When it comes to the contraband, like you said, the weapons, what type of weapons did you see? Like, damn, how did that get in here?
Weapons, well, most racist thing I've seen was the weapons that the white guys had. Because you would know that those weapons were brought in from the free world. So the white boys had free world knives. Black people would have to smuggle shit, like metal and rods and shit from jobs and places and file them down and make stabbing weapons out of them.
They'll bring in the knife from the regular knife.
No, they bring in hunting knives, big knives. Like this knife shouldn't have never. This is a free world knife. Yeah. It's craftsmanship to the knife. It's not something that you could have like a homemade look to it. It has a craftsmanship look to it. Wow. I've seen knives that had real knives that was smuggled in by some officer. Prison officer.
Did you ever have to do solitary?
Yes, I did. I did solitary several times. I wasn't, I had to get my stuff together. It was brothers like Eli, that kind of, helped me get the wildness out of me because, I was down there and I was innocent. So I was aggravated. Being innocent and going to a hellhole, it aggravates you, and you want to fight everybody or you want to cause a problem or you want to buck the system and you're always looking to slay the dragon. Yeah.
What was, for those, again, this is education, for those who've never seen what solitary is, for every prison is different, for every unit is different. What was the solitary in your situation as far as either wherever you had to serve it at?
Well, solitary is basically a one-man cell confinement, and they lock you down for basically 23 hours. And you come out for recreation, and you come out to shower. And that's it.
Do you get books? Do you?
You get books. You can have, reading material, writing material. You can have what's on the regular menu as far as stuff. You just can't have no stuff that's like considered, dangerous.
Yeah.
Certain things became dangerous in prison, so they discontinued them. So they would take stuff like your hot pot, the pot that make hot water so that you could cook. Well, they wouldn't let people in solitary have them because you could throw that on a guard.
How important is it to mind your business when it comes to things happening?
It's very important because it's very dangerous. The most important aspect of minding your business is saving your own life. As serious as it is, you could put your nose in some things that could get you killed easily, get you harmed, get you smoked off the unit. People don't like nosy people. Prison is mind your own business. Basically, that's one of the rules. You gotta mind your business. You get in somebody's business and you don't got nobody to back you, you could be hurt real bad because the people that you got in their business, they mess around sending a 4-man crew like I was telling you I had to fight. And sometimes these guys are armed. When it's a friendly fade, like a disciplinary fade, they come with their hands. Yeah. But if it's an insult, like you've insulted their family or they feel like you insulted them, they're not coming with that. They coming with something that teach you a lesson like a knife.
Did you ever think of escaping?
Of course I did. I was innocent, so
yeah. For you being innocent, it's hardly even more like
right. I wanted to escape so bad. Yes, I did want to escape, but it was kind of like it was never an opportunity to escape. And the only time I had an opportunity to escape is sometimes when we worked out in the fields, but you were never out of sight of being shot. So it really pretty much for you to run would only be guaranteed that you would be shot before you even got maybe 10 yards away.
Yeah, what was a typical work day?
A typical work day in prison was basically several things. You could be working in the kitchen where they have to feed, all the house inmates. You could be working as a janitor, cleaning up the trash from the dorms or the cells. You don't clean up the cells, but you clean up the walkways. You could be outside maintenance, inside maintenance. That's people that go around with tools and they fix all the broken stuff in prison. You could work in the fields. And that's probably the hardest job